The case of sexual assault involving Nollywood actor Baba Ijesha is a very, very embarrassing one. Nollywood actor Olanrewaju Omiyinka has been sentenced to prison on the ground of molesting a 14-year-old girl under the guidance of Damilola Adekoya, popularly known as Princess. It happened that Baba Ijesha has been molesting this girl for a long time before he got caught and dragged to court.
Continue.
Okay. As parents, we need to be careful of all these perverts and pedophiles. My name is JAILED. Today we'll be talking to you about different ways to protect your female child from sexual assault or molestation. Stay with me. Number one thing is that never trust any man with your female child. Even if the person is your father or your uncle or your family member or your boyfriend or anybody. As far as your female child is concerned, don't completely trust anybody, because nobody can be trusted, because there are many pedophiles, perverts like this roaming around the street nowadays, and you never can tell. These are people who go around molesting young girls, molesting minors in different ways that you will never imagine. So as parents, you need to be very, very careful with, man, if you are not going to be available to take care of your children, to take care of your female child, put the female child under the care of someone who is a woman like you to take care. Let woman take care of woman. You understand? So it's safe that way than putting your child under the care of a man. You never can tell. Pedophiles don't write it on their head, and you will be very, very disappointed. You'll be very, very sad if you hear that, okay, you are the one that actually use your hand to put your female child in the hand of people who are going to molest the child or assault the child sexually. The second thing is, teach your children about the part of their body that is private. In Africa, we tend to shy away from this kind of topic, probably based on religious grounds or moral or ethic grounds. We feel like, okay, this kind of topic should not be discussed with minors, with children that are just coming up. Well, I can agree with you in some ways, but the world has evolved now. A lot of things are happening in the world right now that if these children are not aware, they wouldn't know what is really happening to them. There's a way you can actually make minor aware of the part of their body that is private without actually tampering with any religious or moral code. I feel like parents can put it this way, that okay, my child, any part of your body that is under your swimming suit, like swimming suit now, so any part of your body that is covered under swimming suit is your private part. So the child already knows the part of the body you are talking about, so you can actually play with them and interact with them about it in a way for them to just learn about the fact that, okay, this part of your body are not meant to be touched by any other person apart from you, that is the mother. When children are aware like that, they know that, okay, this part of my body is not meant to be touched by any other person. It's not meant to be touched by anybody. So growing up here, there are some female that we grew up together that, when you touch them, they run away from boys. They run away from boys in the class, like when we were in secondary school that time. And when you ask them, they will tell you, no, my mommy say no boy should touch me. If boy touch me, I will get pregnant. You understand? So we too, that time, we don't want to get any girl pregnant. So we too used to run away that, hey, no, I don't want to touch any girl. You understand? So these are things that, that time, that one is more like, instilling fear and everything. Because eventually when a boy eventually touched them and pregnancy did not happen, they will know that it's a lie. But you don't necessarily have to lie about it. But at least when you need to be creative about it, like make your child, in any way you can do it, make your child aware of the part of their body that is private and not meant to be touched by anybody apart from you, who is their mother. So the next point is, always encourage your child to speak up if anybody dare touch their part of the body that is private, or if anybody dare touch their private part. So here's the thing. It is not enough for you to, just inform your children or your female child about the part of their body that is private. It is not just enough. It is equally important for you to encourage them to speak up whenever anybody touch the part of their body that is private. The reason is this. these pedophiles, these perverts, you know, they instill fear in children that if I would, they will instill fear in children that I will beat you, I will kill you if you tell anybody, I will kill you. If you tell anybody, I'll do this to you. If you tell anybody, I'll, you know, they do this to instill fear in the children so that they won't tell anybody, even you, that is, you know, their mother or father. You understand? So when you inform them about the part of their body that is not meant to be touched, encourage them to also speak up whenever that kind of thing happen to them. You understand? So that's where you see cases like, you know, children nowadays, and when you as a parent give them that chance to always speak up, when you give them that order to always speak up, they are always receptive to it. Don't stress yourself. That's when you see when it happen like this, you see the child running to your parent, mommy, Uncle Jide have touched my kokoro. You understand? So those are kind of things, those are the things that will happen when you actually let your child know that yes, you need to speak up when this kind of thing happens. So you can be sure they will speak up, and it is a good thing to always encourage them to speak up at every point in time when they experience any form of molestation or illegal touching of their private parts. The next point is be your child's best friend. Hey, this one is very, very important. Be your child's best friend. So the reason is this, I'll let you know. These perverts, these pedophiles, they come as nice people. When they appear very nice. They appear, you know, warm to children. They can buy them gifts, you know, start playing with them, like in your presence. Like you'll be like, this person is nice to my children, but you wouldn't know their plan. You understand? So as parents, you need to, you don't necessarily, you can bring up a child very well without actually being a villain, being bossy, or, you know, treating a child bad or anything. Let your child be your best friend. Let them be able to confide in you. You can correct them without actually making them fear you. You know, you can correct your children without making them, you know, scared of you. So the advantage of you being your child's best friend is that when anything is going on with them, you are even the first person they want to play with. You understand? When they even see a stranger, be anybody, they just want to be with you. You understand? So, but if you kind of distance yourself from your child, or maybe work or anything is not making you have time for your children, that means you are opening them up to all these scavengers, perverts, you know, pedophiles looking for minor children, minor girls to devour. So you just want to be your child's best friend. Let them be open to you, play with them, you know, so that when anything is going on with them, you are their first point of contact. They want to tell you first. You understand? So I feel like it is very, very good to always be your child's best friend. You can correct them without actually not making them fear you or getting scared of you. It is very, very important. And lastly, never force your child to hug anybody if they don't want to. Like, even if it's your relative, if your child is not willing to hug anybody, never, if your female child is not, you know, feeling free to hug anybody, don't force her to do it. Because, you know, in Africa, we grew up with the culture of greeting elderly people by kneeling down, by prostrating, you know, doing things like that. But Western culture these days have now turned everything upside down, that everybody want to hug, want to kiss. And you would agree with me that even in the process of hugging, people they tap current. You understand? Even adults, you touch, everybody tap current. But you know, if a girl child, a minor who is just growing up, you know, you don't just teach them this normal way of African greeting. Let them kneel down and greet people. Let them, you know, prostrate and greet elderly people. You understand? It is our culture. You understand? It is not out of place. But okay, if your child is already used to the culture of, you know, hugging people and doing things like that, I'm not saying you should stop them, but at least if you feel like your child is feeling some type of way about hugging a particular person, don't force the child to hug that person. You might not know what is even going on. So just let it even give the child the sense of ownership of their body. Let them have a sense of ownership of their body, that okay, this is my body. I can decide not to hug you. Nobody will. You understand? So give them that sense of ownership, that if anybody touches you, you can stop the person. You understand? Without you being crucified for it. So give them a sense of ownership of their body, so that even when you are not there, when they feel like they don't want to hug anybody, they don't want to have physical contact with anybody, they won't do it, because they know that they are the owner of their body, they have ownership to their body, and they can do anything. You understand? So I feel like it is just normal like that. So somebody like me, let me not lie, in all my years, I've never for once hugged even my father or my mother. I've never for once hugged my father or my mother before. In fact, the one day that I tried it, I almost I almost chop slap because of that. So that is African culture for you, and that's why somebody like me, I don't feel the need that, okay, I don't feel offended if anybody don't want to hug me. In fact, myself, I don't want hug. No hug me. You get? So it's just the way it is. So it's just the way it is. So let's if your child or your female child is feeling some type of way about hugging anybody, don't force her. It's a very good thing in a world where we are trying to prevent female child from pedophiles and all these perverts going around. That's all we have for you today on the show. I hope you've learned one or two from this. Pedophiles are everywhere. People who enjoy molesting or sexually assaulting a minor female child, they are everywhere. So it is your duty as a parent to ensure that your female child are well protected from these people. It is your primary responsibility. In fact, it is your duty. And if you are watching this video and you are one of those people that derive joy in molesting female child, in sexually assaulting female child, I don't want to say thunder will strike you, but you can be rest assured that Ogun go kill you. Jesus! So my name is Akindele JAILED. For more content like this, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share with your friends. Till I come your way again, peace.